Hello and welcome everyone to the Polity Primer series of Drishti IAS English. My name is Pragya. So in the previous episode of Polity Primer, we were discussing the 77th Constitutional Amendment Act, which laid down provisions regarding reservation in promotion for the SC and ST community. So in today's episode, we are going to continue that discussion further, and we are going to discuss the 81st and the 82nd Constitutional Amendment Act. So in this discussion, we are firstly going to talk about or study about the 81st Constitutional Amendment, which laid down the carry forward rule. Carry forward rule. Then we are also going to examine the 82nd Constitutional Amendment Act, and lastly, we are going to discuss some of the important questions from the perspective of your prelims examination. So if I talk about the 81st Constitutional Amendment Act, this has inserted a new clause in Article 16. So this new clause is Article 16 clause 4B, and basically it lays down the principle of carry forward rule. So this amendment emphasizes that unfilled reserve vacancy in a year are to be carried forward to subsequent years, and that these vacancies are to be treated as distinct and separate from the current vacancies during any year. So let me explain this to you by a very simple example. So supposedly this is year 2022 and this is year 2023. So basically your UPSC notification came, hypothetically 50 seats for the general category and 50 seats for the reserved category. Particularly the SCs and the STs. So these 50 seats, if they are unfilled in the year 2022, these cannot be given to the students who are in general category. Okay, they cannot say that okay, these are unfilled, kindly provide these seats to us. No, basically these 50 vacancy will be carried forward to the year 2023, and these vacancies will be distinct from any vacancy, distinct from any separate vacancy. For example, 50 seats are also there in the year 2023. So basically 50 seats of the year 2023 and 50 seats of the carried forward seats of the year 2022. And that is why you cannot say that it is a breach of the 50% ceiling that has been granted by the Honorable Supreme Court in the landmark judgment of Indra Sohni versus Union of India case. So you cannot say that the 50% reservation ceiling has been breached, because they consider these carried forward vacancies as distinct and separate from the existing vacancies. Moving forward, this is the landmark case, that is T. Devdasan versus Union of India, in which the inclusion of Article 16 clause 4B was challenged before the Honorable Supreme Court of India. So the number of reserved seats which were not filled up was carried forward to the subsequent year by virtue of Article 16 clause 4B. We have seen this already. And on the basis of carry forward, it was found that such reserved seats might destroy equality. So this was the opinion of the Honorable Supreme Court in this case. The Supreme Court said that 50 vacancies were there in our example and 50 more. So 50 plus 50, 100 vacancies. But on the other hand, if you will see, the general category only has 50 existing vacancies. So the Supreme Court asked to the central government that is it not a clear-cut violation of Article 14 of our Indian Constitution? So that is why in this case the carry forward rule was struck down as unconstitutional by the Honorable Supreme Court of India. However, this judgment was overruled in the Honorable Supreme Court's landmark judgment, that is known as the Indra Sohni versus Union of India case. And as of now, the carry forward rule is still existing. And there is an anomaly as well. For example, there is a SC or the ST student. So if he has the merit in the general category, so basically if they have this merit in the general category, if she qualifies on the merit of the general category, then it cannot be said that we will not be including you in the general category seats. No, they have the entitlement of admission on the general category seats as well, but vice versa is not true. And this point was highlighted by the Honorable Supreme Court of India in this T. Devdasan versus Union of India case. But as a matter of right, if they are coming in general category, and this position has been clarified by the Honorable Supreme Court of India recently as well, they are entitled to get admission on the general category seats. But the general category seats, students cannot say that give us admission on the unfulfilled seat for the SC and the ST community. Moving forward, let us discuss the 82nd constitutional amendment. So basically the 82nd constitutional amendment added a proviso to Article 335 of our Indian Constitution. And let us discuss what this proviso says. So according to the newly added proviso, it becomes possible for the government to make any provision in favor of the SC and the STs for relaxation in qualifying marks. So basically this proviso empowers the government to provide them with relaxation in any qualifying marks, and that is why you see different cutoff scores for different categories. So basically the central government or the state government has this constitutional power to release different cutoff for different scores. They have this power to lower the standards of any qualifying examination, to basically provide relaxation in qualifying marks for any competitive examination. And not only this, they can also lower the standards of evaluation for reservation in the matters of promotion to any class or classes of services or post in connection with the affairs of the union or of a state. So basically this is talking about departmental examinations. Departmental examinations. So you might be aware of the same, that you have to give some of the departmental examination in order to secure your promotion. So in those departmental examinations as well, they have a privilege that yes, the central or the state government can lower the evaluation standards. Let me know in the comment box below, what do you think about all of this? Is it against Article 14 of our Indian Constitution or not, as has been pointed out by the Honorable Supreme Court in the T. Devdasan versus Union of India case? With this, we come to a conclusion of our today's discussion. We have seen the 81st Constitutional Amendment Act, we have understood the carry forward rule, and we have also seen that from where the central government or the body which is conducting the examinations is giving has been given the power to lower down the cutoff or relax the criteria in the departmental examinations as well. Now let us discuss the practice question which I have asked you in my previous session. So the question is, consider the following statements. So your statement number 1 is, right to reservation in promotion is a fundamental right. Your statement number 2 is, under Indra Sohni judgment, the court directed the exclusion of creamy layer by way of horizontal division of every other backward class into creamy layer and non-creamy layer. So which of these statements given above is are correct? The options are, option A is 1 only, option B is 2 only, option C is both 1 and 2, and option D is none of the above. So your correct answer is going to be option 2 only. This statement is only correct because right to reservation in promotion is not a fundamental right, as has been ruled by our Honorable Supreme Court in a very recent case. Now let us discuss some of the important practice questions from our today's session. So the question is, which of the following constitutional amendments Empower the state to carry forward unfilled vacancy for the SC and the ST community. So options are, option A is 82nd constitutional amendment, your option B is 85th constitutional amendment, your option C is 81st constitutional amendment, and your option D is 83rd constitutional amendment act. So the correct answer is definitely going to be option C, 81st constitutional amendment act, as we have discussed in our discussion today. Now let us discuss the last question of our today's discussion. So the question is, which of the following constitutional amendment acts provide for making of any provision in favor of the SCs and STs for relaxation in qualifying marks in any examination or lowering the standards of evaluation for reservation in matters of promotion to the public services of the center and the states? So options are, option A is the 74th amendment, option B is 82nd amendment, option C is 86th amendment, and option D is 94th amendment. And this answer will be given by you to me in the comment box below. I hope this session was insightful for you. If you have any feedback regarding this session, you can drop it in the comment box below. If you liked today's discussion and found it to be helpful, kindly like the video and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting updates. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.